Hey, it's that time again. This is a Chips and Salsa show. Alice Lada here with.
Don Jorge.
This is our special edition on Thursday. We're here every Thursday at 4 p.m. We kind of put the politics aside because this is a community-oriented show. It's La Voz,
De la Comunidad.
and it's powered by the Lozada team. In just a few minutes, we'll bring on that wonderful team.
Yes,
We've got some special guests today. We're excited about it.
Yes.
But if you need any information about buying a home, selling a home, maybe you want to buy a home and rent it. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Maybe you are looking for some loan information. This is the place you want to be. We're going to give you a few minutes that you can share this show or tell your friends about it. If you miss any portion of it, you can always go to Central City Radio and you can download that app free and you can listen to the show once or twice. We guarantee that you will get information that you need. This is about what, our third or fourth show, George, and it seems like we're always getting new information, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good information.
And we have professionals. It's like a one-stop shopping.
That's right.
You can find out how to apply for a loan. You can get pre-qualified. We've interviewed wonderful loan officers, and Cristina Lozada is here. She's been here, and that woman knows everything. Plus, did you know the Lozada team? They are number one in the entire valley, of the Phoenix metro area. That's pretty amazing.
I know. They're number one in the Hispanic community.
And their outreach, they're doing the show in doing outreach to all of the community. And also on the February 27th, we have a special edition here. It's a workshop. Come and get all the information you need for first-time home buyers, and that's here where we do the show. And it's at our community center over here, 24th Street and Baseline in Phoenix. The actual address is
2070 East Baseline.
we're right next to Bank of America, but you know what? You don't even need the bank, as George says, because
Yeah. We have Security National Mortgage here,
so you
and
don't
they
even have to
do
worry
all
about
the
that.
banking for you.
Right. Okay. So what's another reason that you would listen to this show, George?
Because it empowers the community to get that American dream of home ownership. And with the Lozada team, they make the dreams come true. They make the dreams possible.
And it is the American dream. And as Christina has been mentioning, you really have to jump on things now because the interest rates are still very low.
Yes, very low.
So
And it's,
why not take advantage?
now is the time to buy your home.
George is even
Invest
looking
in
at
a
it.
home. Huh?
George is even looking at buying a home.
Yes, I am.
He'll be a homeowner very, very soon. I understand we have, in addition to Cristina Lozada being here, we also have Martha Rodriguez. Leticia Fuerte, a realtor. And
She's
then
a realtor. Is she part of the team, the Lozada team?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. So she's one of the 23.
And also we have
Martha
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, yes.
She's going to be here. We haven't seen her for a couple of shows, so
And,
we're excited to have her back as well.
And the phone number that you can reach the Lozada team is 602-460-4295.
Yeah, and we'll have that. We like to put that little banner
Right.
underneath, so just kind of imprint that in your mind, 602-460-4295 for the Lozada team.
For the
And
Lozada
again,
team.
all kinds of needs.
All questions will be answered regarding anything in home ownership.
And man, it's, we always talk about it. I live down here in the South Phoenix area, and I swear every day, if I just drive my car, there's a new development that pops up. And not necessarily, you may not want a new home, but we have so much growth down here. It's amazing, George.
It's a lot of growth out here. It is.
And I also understand, I think we're in the top 4 cities. Phoenix, I think, is one of the top 4 cities, and Arizona also is one of the top states that people are now moving to.
Right.
We love it. We love Arizona.
It's beautiful living out here. It takes a little change when you come from California, but then once you're here and you get accustomed to living here, it's beautiful. Life out here is nice.
Great. All righty. So I think we're gonna swing out here for a little break, and then we're gonna bring on our wonderful guest, full of knowledge. So we're giving you that heads up. Go get your cup of coffee, whatever, and come back, and you will get a little one-on-one course on so many things about buying your home and
That's
loans, and who knows what we're going to talk about. So please don't go away, because this is the Chips and Salsa Show with Alice Lara
En Don Jorge,
And,
powered by
and this is La Voz.
de la Comunidad, powered by the Lozada team.
All right. So thank you very much. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back. I'm Alice Lada with.
Don Jorge,
You are watching and listening to the Chips and Salsa Show, our special edition, La Voz de,
la Comunidad.
and it's powered by the Lozada team. And we have these beautiful women here we brought during the commercial, the lovely
Christina Lozada. Hello, everyone.
and the beautiful.
Marta Rodriguez, hi.
And we're going to talk about, you wanted to kind of talk about the DACA continuation and some other things, Christina, right?
Yes, correct. We have great news for all the dreamers, everybody that has a work permit, and it's a DACA. So there's a new program that came out back, I think it was January 19th. January 19th, it kind of renewed. It was here before, but it kind of went away. Now it's back again. Martha, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, thank you. Thank you again for the invitation. Yes, Christina, this is a great news because a lot of people will know what is, they ask what's the difference between an FHA and a conventional loan. Basically, what it is, the FHA, it's more, they're more flexible on the credit. So they can have a collections, they can be, they don't have to have a perfect credit to qualify. So it's going to be more easy for them to qualify for a loan before they have to be in a conventional loan, which they have to have a perfect credit. They have to have some accounts open for, for several time. But now with an FHA, it's going to be a lot more easy for them to be able to buy a house.
And
Oh.
what are the steps that they have to go through?
There is the same. We have to have a 2-year work history. We have to have bank statements for the last 2 months, pay stubs for the whole month, and we need to set up an appointment. So the first thing that they need to do is call the number, and then we can set up an appointment, and one of our professionals from Security National Mortgage will we sit down with them, and we're gonna guide them what exactly they need to do.
That is a great opportunity.
You should. And what I like about is you said the FHA loan, you don't have to have such a perfect, application on there. So don't hesitate. If you're even thinking about it, just give them a call, and you can call 602
And now is the time to do it.
460
Now is the time to do it. The interest rates are low, and Martha could help you with that, and Christina also. You have to. Now is the time to take advantage of this.
And it's-
Make the dreams come true.
Yes, it's very easy. And a lot of people call us all the time, Martha, asking what are the requirements to get pre-qualified for a loan. So what would you tell those people that constantly keep asking, what are the requirements? Because it's very easy, but sometimes people really don't know.
Intimidate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Again, the first thing that they need to do is call us, and we can give them all the information that we need. But the basic thing is 2 years work history, bank statements for the last 2 months, and then also pay stubs if they work for a company. If they have their own company, or they are self-employment, so we need the 2-year tax returns.
And what
Um,
about age DACA students to be considered DACA? Is there any age limit, or how does that work with DACA?
No, well, it's anybody who have a permit who they basically they call DACA when they bring you here when you was little,
Right.
and so no, it's not age. As long as you have your permit on good status, then we are able to do the loan for you.
Because when you think of DACA, you think of young teenagers, college
Mhm.
students.
Yeah,
But there
not
is
necessarily.
no. Yeah, there
No,
is no
no.
age.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
It's
and
good.
the more important thing is that you are dealing with the professional people. And
Right.
I'm gonna say a story that happened this morning. We have a client that they want to qualify to buy a house, but he own a land, and he said, "Well, I try to, get the permits, and I deal with the association and with the city and everything." And he talked to Christina, you know what, I just want to sell the land and buy a house. And so Christina was given all the estimate for how much he can buy the house, and I mean the land, and everything. And after she reviewed the price and everything, and when he told him that he have everything already, all the permits in place, the association, everything on place, and she told him, she said, you know what, it's better for you if you keep moving you with your construction loan. You don't have to sell the lot. Why you not tell us a little bit more about that, Christina? And the reason why I mention this is because that's that the type of person who she is. She is a professional. She is a very ethical, because she's not worried about how much money that she's gonna make. She worry about what's the best for the customer, for the client, and that's is very important for us.
Yes, what happened this morning? Mr. Tony came into the office and he said, Christina, I want to sell this land that I have. I own it for a little bit over a year. I already submitted the permits to the county and I already have the approval from the HOA. I already done the GND for the land, the survey for the land. So everything is ready. I'm just waiting for the permits to come out, which is going to be maybe 2, 3 weeks, and everything's going to be approved by the county. So he said, I want to sell it. I really want to buy a house. I don't want to get the permits and have to wait 8 months before I can move into a house, because that's how long it's going to take for him to build that house, right? So I said, okay, very good. So this piece of land that he has is in Litchfield Park. So he got it for $70,000. He can sell it for 170,000 right now if he was to sell it. For me, it would be easy to say, okay, let's sell it and let's sell the permits and everything. So there's going to be a lot of buyers who are going to be attracted to buy this house. But he just wants to sell it because he wants to put 100,000 for a down payment for a new house. So he does qualify for 500,000.
Mm-hmm.
So plus putting the 100,000 down, he would be buying a house that is 600,000. So we started looking at houses that were in that price range, but it doesn't compare to the house that he wanted to build. So even in that price range, he was not getting what he wanted. So I told him, if you were my brother, if you were a family member, you're a good client of mine. I'm just going to let you know that right now, the best thing that you could do is just keep the land, wait till the permits are approved, and we're going to help you with the construction loan. So we know different lenders that do construction loan. We're going to put you in contact with one of them because it's going to be a lot better for you to build your house with 450,000. You pay 70 for the lot, and the house that you're going to be building, if you're looking to buy it in this market, it's going to be about 980 to $1 million. So it's a lot better for you to keep the lot, wait for the permits to come out, and then build your own house. Because I know that you want a house now, but you're not going to get, even with that amount of money, like let's say it's a lot of money, 600,000 for a house, but you're not getting what you want. So he said, like, we called the lender right there, and he was like, oh my God, you guys opened my eyes to another level. Like, thank you so much. I just feel like I want to buy you lunch.
Yes.
I want to take you guys out. What can I do for you? But this is the type of
You didn't have to
client.
do
This.
that. You
Yeah,
didn't have to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
that's
no,
a,
and I said no, no,
Mhm.
no. I just want you to be happy. You're one of my clients, and we actually do business because he's a business owner too. So we kind of do business together in some other aspects. But I said no, you don't need to do nothing. I think if you were part of my family, like every client that comes in is gonna get treated the same way. We always want the best for you, and I'm gonna let you know up front what's the best for you at this point. So he left very happy. He said, well, I'm gonna send all my clients to you, and don't worry, I have some other houses that I'm going to be listing, so you're going to be the agent that I want to list those houses with. So this is our work. This is our job. This is what we do. We really like to help people, and not only help them, but guide them the right way and what's more convenient for them and not for me. Because I could have sold a lot, like with my eyes closed, for 170,000, get paid 3% commission, but that's not the idea. The idea is to see what's more beneficial either for the seller or the buyer.
I love that story because that gives the personal, like you say, guidance. And you didn't have to do that. I mean, you're businesswomen. You could say, you know what, whatever, we don't have time. But it's such an investment because he is going to send clients to you.
Yeah.
And that's why we love partnering with you guys because you have the
Yes.
full package and we can trust. You know, I don't have a problem with saying, oh, you know what, you need to call up Christina. You need to
Yeah.
call up Martha
Yeah.
because these are
But
just
see, you were
fantastic
passing
stories.
it forward, you know, doing something good for somebody else because it's going to come back. Plus,
The
they're going to have
referrals.
faith in you and trust in you and your company and Martha and her company. So I think that that's the way you do business, especially in the Hispanic community. Is it's a thing of trust, and they'll send their family to you and they'll send their friends to you because they trust you. They trust. Like you didn't you said you didn't have to do that, but you did it out of the kindness of your heart and because you wanted to help them, and that's
In today's
that's
world,
trust.
it's very rare because
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
out to
and-
make
and-
a buck.
Correct. And like Christina say, it can be really easy for us to, for me to do the loan right away and for Christina to sell the land and then help them to buy another house. But that's not the point. The
Right.
point for us is to help them, our clients, the best and treat them
Strategically,
Exactly.
letting him know that he can hold on to it, and it'll be more and more valuable.
And that's just another wonderful, happy story of La Voz de la Comunidad, powered by the Lozada team here on the Chips and Salsa Show. We're going to break away for just a little short break. We'll be right back with more great information, wonderful stories. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Don Jorge.
You are watching, listening to the Chips and Salsa Show. We're here every Thursday at 4 p.m. This is a special edition, our community show, La Voz de,
La Comunidad.
and it's powered by the Lozada team. We're so happy. We've been partnering with them now for a few shows. And the great
Yes.
thing about this, too, is you get to meet more of the Lozada team every time we do this show.
Exactly.
It's
You
fantastic.
meet more of their agents and more of the Security National Mortgage agents, and it's fantastic. These people are. We learn a lot from them. And,
Right. And today we'd like to introduce to you two lovely ladies. And here on the left is Leticia Fuerte, or Leti Fuerte, and she is a realtor
Yes.
with the Lozada team.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And you're going to hear more from her in just a moment. And then we also have Jacqueline Aguilar, and she's with the loan part of it, right?
Yes.
Great. And that's Security
Security
National
National
Mortgage. Fantastic. So let's see. Let's give a start. Why don't we start with Leticia?
Thank you.
Give us a little background on yourself.
Well, I've been in real estate for 25 years, and since the beginning, I had the heart to help low income or medium income families to get their house. I learned very fast that home, the home buying process is difficult for families because as a bilingual agent, I like to explain all the documents. I like to guide them through everything, and I'm very happy because I live mostly from referrals. My clients.
You must be good then.
I try to be, and like Christina was saying, it's the same modality, helping in any way that we can. Um, right now, the market is so crazy. The lack of inventory has created kind of a rush to buy and offers, multiple offers, and the sellers feel sometimes overwhelmed, and we're here to help them with the process. I don't know if I can tell you a story from last December.
We love
right?
stories here.
Stories.
Absolutely.
I sold a house to this family 5 years ago. They have 6 children, and they had to sell. And well, it was before Christmas when they called me,
Wow.
and I said, okay. So when I saw the house, it needed some work, and when I did my the comparison in the market, I told her, well, the best price I think will be $290 in as is condition.
Hmm.
And what I said, I'm gonna create the expectation with putting it as a coming soon, 2 or 3 days before you're ready. So I started with this on a Monday. My client says we'll be ready by Friday. Thursday night I posted it, coming soon,
Uh-huh.
and I already had calls and
It
people
wasn't
fighting
even on
over
the
it.
market
It was
yet.
not even in the market, and it was not ready to be shown. But the agent was so eager and says, "My client will pay 10,000 over what you're listing it as is.
Oh my
We will
goodness.
not ask for any repairs, for anything, fully approved." And I said, "But the house is not ready. They're moving mattresses and things." And they say, "Please, please, please, let us see the house before anybody else." So I told my client, she says, "Well, I'm in the middle of the kitchen and boxes and stuff."
Kids
But
and oh
if,
my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah, 6 children, like that. And I said, "Well," she says, "if you let her in, they're serious. They have seen when I sold it 5 years ago, they saw those pictures. And they asked me if they looks the same, kind of, we'll buy it."
Wow.
So I had a very good buyer. Everything was, and so my client says, "Don't show it to anybody else." We accept their offer, and everything
So
was
it was
smooth.
sold even before you put it on the market. That is,
Yes,
but that's crazy. But that's a really good indicator of how things are.
how things are, and
It's a
and
buyer's market
buyer's market,
and a seller's
And a
market.
seller's as
seller's
well.
market. It's both because actually, buyers fight for it. They have to be fully pre-approved
Qualified, yeah.
and ready to take action when they like a house. And if on the when I call the lender on that buyer, the lender was very effective telling me everything about the buyer that I needed to know to make sure that it was going to be a good buyer. And that's where the lending comes in. The lenders sometimes have a very big part on the acceptance of an offer.
But that's a
So,
perfect example because
Mhm.
when that person went in, they were already pre-qualified most likely. They had gone
Yeah.
to a loan officer like you.
First,
Yeah, so they should go to you first and make sure that they qualify before you introduce them to her, to Letitia. Is that?
Absolutely. So we pride ourselves in making sure that we get the information from the customer, get them pre-qualified, make sure that's a smooth transition for them, so that way when we do introduce them to the realtors, we'd be like, okay, this is how much potential you have to buy. So that way the realtor can do their job and be able to negotiate whatever they can with the properties that they're looking
So
to
the
purchase.
steps that you go through
Mhm.
with the buyer is what?
We go through the loan application. So the first step would be to contact us. Like she was saying, Martha was saying, go ahead and collect, the two pay stubs for the month, the 2 months of bank statements, 2 year work history, and see what programs they qualify for, and then get all that pre-qualified, run it, and then once we have that pre-qualification, go to the real estate agent.
So when you have them, when you get your clients, you know that they're already pre-approved for certain amount.
Amount.
So you're showing them homes that they're pre-qualified for. So you show them what, 3 homes, 2 or 3 homes.
Well, we have to be very creative as an agent.
Well, that lady just wanted just that one house. I was saying.
Well, they have been out looking and sent like 20 offers in different houses, and they couldn't get anything. But that's what it is. I have in December also a closing that I was helping a family with the programs with Martha with down payment assistance, and I showed him a house that needed some work, but nothing bad, you know, and it was like 40,000 under what it could be if it was nicely remodeled. And what I told him is nobody's looking at this house because there are no pictures. There is this and this and that, and I was telling them everything, especially that it says owner occupant. And by that time, I had called the agent, and the agent says, "Oh, you know what? They just moved this week, and I haven't been there to take pictures." And I said, "Please don't worry about it. My clients will buy it." So and they love it with a pool and the extra bedroom that they needed and the two-car garage that they needed for 260,000 or so, and they were willing to do the paint and the little repairs that needed. So as an agent, we need to sometimes be creative to see what they like, what we can offer with what they qualify for, And I have patience with my clients always.
Oh,
That's why
good.
all the many years I've been in the market, because I know this is an important, very important.
This is their dream.
Yes.
This is something that they'll 30 years they'll live in the house, 20 years.
Even if it's
long
only
term
5
investment.
years, like
It's a
this,
familia.
my clients,
Yeah.
they 5 years later now they have 115, and I'm looking for a house for them because a family with 6 children is not that easy.
Wow.
Yes, you have your work cut out for you.
Yes.
don't
Very
you?
creative.
I'm out there, and that's what we do. We fight for our clients, and they see me as family sometimes, and they refer me. So I take this as an honor, actually. I'm really, really humble when it comes, like they call me and says, I have my brother looking and I recommended you, and this of course, and I try. And on the loan programs, there are many different programs that they can help them with. And so we need to fully understand what is needed, and in the days on the market and everything that is out there is just. But if people are, right now they need to sell, it's a good time. So give us a call, and well, we will do, see the best that we can do for that house, for them, and the situations that they
I
need to do.
just love all the experience that you have, because I know you do well for your clients just on that. And how long have you been with the
With Security National, close to a year.
host of your?
Yeah, but I've been doing this for about 2 years now. But it's like she says, it's the honor to be able to help people, because it is a long-term investment. It is 30 years, and word of mouth means a lot. So it's building that relationship with the customer, walking them through something, because it's a lot of paperwork sometimes, and let us handle that and make it easy for you. That's what we're here for. We're the professionals, we know, and we're looking out for their best interest.
How do you put someone at ease? Because especially your first time home buyer, it can be very intimidating. People asking you for all this information.
Yeah, so we do have first-time homebuyer seminars that'll go through like the guidelines for them, so that way they have an idea. It's more of when they're not at ease, I think it's more of not knowing. It's the unknown, the fear of the unknown. So just going through the process, explaining the steps, and letting them know, like, this is what's going to happen, but let me worry. Let me take care of it, and this is what I'll be requesting from you. And if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask. That's what I'm here for.
And just take the burden off of
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Wow.
Sometimes it's also a lot of information, like
Yes.
their other family members purchase or having some experiences, and they're influencing these people. And sometimes I have to say, okay, so you're buying it for you, or your compadre is buying it for you? It's going to live here because no, but he says well, that's what I'm saying. That was his experience when he purchased or when he sold, whatever the case may be. But they need to be themselves and say, yeah, this is so that we need. At least I try for them to understand that I'm not judging anything that happened in their past. I always tell my people, don't disqualify yourself, because sometimes somebody told, oh no, you had a judgment against you, or you this, or repo or whatever. Forget it. You're not gonna never gonna get a house. And we have helped many families that had, that had heard even from other lenders that don't want to work the case. Like, no, go fix your credit, and instead of trying to help them, to guide them how to fix the credit, and don't judge them, just tell them, okay, no worries, everybody goes through stuff.
It's just a very professional,
Yeah.
impressive team. Every time we do the show, I just get more and more impressed and get to meet great people like Realtor Leticia Fuerte, and also loan officer with Security National. And this is Jack. You go by Jackie or Jacqueline?
Jackie Aguilar is fine.
Okay, good deal. All right. So we're going to take another little break right now from the show. But thank you so much, ladies. You did a wonderful job. And we'll be right back. It's the Chips and Salsa Show with Alice Lara and
Don Jorge.
La Voz
de
de,
la Comunidad.
powered by the Lozada team. We'll be right back.
Gracias.
Thank you.
We are back. I am Alice Lara with.
Don Jorge.
We are the Chips and Salsa Show, and we have the privilege of doing our special Thursday community edition of La Voz de,
La Comunidad.
powered by the Lozada team. And we have the wonderful and beautiful,
Christina Lozada, once again here with you.
and another wonderful and beautiful.
Marta Rodriguez.
And we've had a great show today. We got to meet some more of the team, the realtor, another loan officer with Security National for all your home buying needs, selling needs. I mean, like almost whatever you want to do. Some great stories. This team, like I say, every time we do the show, I just get more impressed, and you just really have to give them a call. We're going to talk about some upcoming events that are happening, and then we're also going to do a little bit later on for Spanish speakers in Espanol. So stay tuned for the rest of the show. You don't want to go anywhere. I'm going to throw it to Christina right now. Whatever she wants to talk to you about.
Yeah, so we're going to have our first time home buyers class, and that's going to be next month on the 27th. So we're going to be here from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., and the information is going to be set there in the screen. So, and the address here, it's on 24th Street and Baseline, but the address here is 2070 East Baseline, Phoenix, Arizona. We're on the south side of Phoenix near the South Mountain. So we're going to be here. The loan officers are going to be here as well. Security National Mortgage is going to be here with a couple of loan officers, and they're going to be taking your application that day when you come in. So if you want to get pre-qualified, it is very important for you to bring documents in hand. And when we say that, they need to come prepared as well. You will need to bring the last 2 years tax returns, your last 2 bank statements, and the last 2 pay stubs, correct,
Yes.
Martha? I was
Correct.
like, well, I got lost. Yeah, last 2 years tax returns, the last 2 pay stubs, and the last bank statement. With that and with your ID, Martha could sit down with you, or one of the loan officers of Security National Mortgage are going to take your loan application. They're going to run your credit absolutely for free. So all this event is free. It's to no cost to the community. It's an event that is being prepared for the community, for you to come in and see where you stand on your credit and see if you can qualify. Also, if you qualify right there and then, we're going to get the pre-qualification letter. So we're going to have our realtors from Lozada team as well, that they're going to be showing you houses, and they might even take you out that day if you come prepared, if you get pre-qualified, and they're going to do a credit analysis together with your income. And Security National Mortgage is going to tell us exactly for how much you qualify to buy a house.
And they can do that same day.
That same day. And they're also going to, Security National Mortgage will give them their options just in case they're looking for the down payment assistance program. So they're going to tell them, like, hey, this is your options. You can buy a house with 3% down, or you could buy a house with the down payment assistance program. Also, for our BA, there are, for our military people out there, there is BA loans, and we're going to have a specialist that day that's going to be taking the applications for all our veterans as well.
Don't you have one coming up short, like this weekend or something?
Yeah, we
Yes.
have one that's coming up this weekend, and I'll let Martha talk about it, because it's going to be at her office at Security National Mortgage, together with Lozada team on 99th Avenue in Camelback.
Yeah, el señor Jorge he's just saying, we're going to have one this Saturday, and it's going to be on the west side on 99th Avenue in Camelback. It's going to be from 10 to 3. So, and like Christina say, it's there is a class before. So it's a class where they're going to explain to you how the FHA and how the conventional work, where your FICO score need to be in order for you to qualify for the down payment assistance. So it's a very, very good class where they can teach you and help you to understand better the different type of loans that there's available.
Yes, and the classes, they start from 10 a.m. up to 3 p.m. But don't think, oh, I have
It's
to
the
be
whole
there
day.
all day.
No.
No, it's every 30 minutes. It's a new class. So,
Yes.
Okay.
so the
Yes.
class is very short. It's more like, I wouldn't say it's a class. It's more like a workshop where people come and they learn if they're interested in buying a house, if they want to get prepared, if they don't know where to start, if they don't know how the process works. Everything is explained through that workshop that we're going to have this class, but it's only 30 minutes. So they can come in between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. So it's going to be going all day long, and every 30 minutes there's a new class, a new segment. So there's a group of people that come in, so we take them in, and then the other ones that are coming in, they're just going to wait for the next class. That's how it works.
wow.
So it's very easy, and then we're also going to have appetizers and things like that for people that come in. Yeah, refreshments there.
I would encourage everyone to take
That's
advantage of that and the upcoming one. Okay, so now what we're going to do a little different. As you know, this great Lozada team, we do mostly the program in English.
In
It's a Chips
English,
and Salsa show. But they also offer the wonderful services of being a
Espanol.
bilingual. So now what we're going to do is transition a little bit for the last part of the show so we can re-explain things en español a sus órdenes. And I'll toss it to whoever wants to go first. Ándale.
Ahora sí estamos hablando en español. Sí, vamos como les explicábamos en inglés, vamos a tener una clase para todas las personas que quieran saber el proceso de cómo manejar o cómo empezar a trabajar con el préstamo para su casa. Básicamente vamos a tener clases gratuitas. La primera clase que vamos a tener es este sábado, día 30, en las localidades para el área del West. 99 Avenida y Camelback. Vamos a estar ahí desde las 10 de la mañana hasta las 3 de la tarde. No quiere decir que la clase va a durar todo el día, es simplemente que cada 30 minutos se va a hacer una clase nueva. En esa clase usted va a aprender cómo se manejan los créditos, qué es lo que tiene que hacer para comprar casa, cómo trabajan los diferentes programas de ayuda, en dónde tiene que estar su crédito, qué es lo que tiene que hacer para incrementar su crédito, qué tanto necesita para usted para ser dueño de casa. Después de ahí le damos una revisión de su crédito y ahí mismo se puede calificar y ahí mismo va a estar el equipo de Team Lozada donde ustedes van a poder sentarse también para ver qué tipo de casa es lo que andan buscando.
Sí, gracias por esa información, Marta. Bueno, como ya saben, yo soy Cristina Lozada, agente de bienes raíces, Marta Rodríguez, prestamista hipotecaria. Estamos aquí a las órdenes de la comunidad, antes que nada, ofreciendo nuestros servicios y ayudar a nuestra gente a que puedan realizar el sueño americano de ser dueños de casa. Muchas personas se preguntan en la comunidad, ¿y cómo puedo yo ser dueño de casa? ¿Cómo puedo ser propietario de casa? Lo único que tiene que hacer es llamar al número que aparece en su pantalla y los profesionales de Lozada Team junto con Security National Mortgage le vamos a estar guiando en cuáles son los pasos a seguir para que usted también pueda ser dueño de casa. Recuerde que ahorita hay en existencia programas de asistencia donde le ayudan con el enganche para su propiedad. Recuerden que los intereses están sumamente bajos. El mejor momento para comprar casa es cuando uno se determina, yo quiero comprar casa. Ese es el mejor momento. Si usted está determinado, si su resolución para este año 2021 es ser dueño de casa, tome acción ahora, ya que los intereses puede hacer que suban más adelante el año. Aparte de eso, el precio de las casas siguen subiendo y no van a parar de subir, así que entre más rápido usted tome la decisión, mucho mejor para usted y su familia también. Como profesional de agente de bienes raíces, ofrecemos nuestros servicios a todas las personas que quieran comprar casa, también a aquellas personas que quieran o estén buscando vender su casa. Cuenta con nosotros un equipo de profesionales que le pueden ayudar también con la venta de su casa.
Así es, Cristina, de la misma manera también, como acabas de decir tú, con los intereses que están ahorita increíblemente bajos, también si usted tiene un interés, si usted ya es dueño de casa y tiene un interés alto y quiere refinanciar, este es el mejor momento, porque los intereses históricamente siguen bajos.
Y estamos hablando también de los DACA. ¿Puede un poquito
Claro que sí, gracias don Jorge. Tenemos un anuncio muy especial que darles a todas esas personas que son DACA, que son diferidos a la acción diferida, las personas que tienen este tipo de permiso. Ya estamos haciendo otra vez préstamos para FHA. ¿Qué es la diferencia? ¿Por qué estamos tan contentos que haya venido otra vez el FHA nos permite hacerles préstamo a ese tipo de personas que son más flexibles con el crédito? Podemos hacer cuando tienen, sobre todo cuando son DACA, que son muchachos que apenas están estableciendo su crédito, don Jorge. Estas personas tenían que tener un crédito perfecto para poder comprar casa. Ahora ya no. Puede ser que su crédito esté nuevo, que tengan colecciones, algunas colecciones. Es más flexible el crédito para ese tipo de préstamos, que es el FHA. Entonces, básicamente estamos muy contentos por eso, porque realmente ya podemos hacer, no necesariamente tienen que tener un crédito perfecto para poder ser dueños de casa. Así es que, buenas noticias.
Yo creo que eso es fantástico, para el programa para DACAs.
Y lo más importante, que Security National Mortgage somos una de las pocas compañías que todavía sigue haciendo, estamos haciendo préstamos a las personas que son DACA o que tienen permiso para trabajar con ayuda para
ayuda.
su enganche. Hay muchas compañías que no lo están haciendo. Security National es una de las pocas compañías que todavía siguen ofreciendo ese tipo de ayuda, que les están ayudando todavía para su enganche para que compren casa.
Lo que miramos mucho también, don Jorge y Alice, en la comunidad hispana, muchas veces las generaciones más jóvenes son empujadas por los padres, son
Sí.
empujadas por los padres para que los hijos compren casa, porque los padres, bueno, tal vez no están ahorita, su situación legal no les permite comprar casa, pero aprovechando que los hijos ya están trabajando, tienen su permiso de DACA, hay programas realmente, y yo les quiero saludar a todos los papás que han inculcado a sus hijos a que sean dueños de casa, porque eso lo miramos muy a común a través de nuestro negocio en Security National Mortgage junto con Lozada. Si miramos que los hijos muy jóvenes están siendo dueños de casa, pero están siendo inculcados por los padres en decir, esta es una buena inversión y ayudan a los hijos realmente a que puedan comprar casas o a que sean dueños de casa. Felicidades a todos esos papás, y si usted es uno de esos padres que está inculcando a sus hijos que compre casa y nos quiere dar una llamadita para ayudarlo o asesorarlo, no dude, llame al número que está en la pantalla y con mucho gusto le vamos a estar asistiendo.
Y llama a la Lozada Team. Y el número es 602-460-4295.
Así es, nos pueden llamar al 602-460-4295, también el número aparece ahí en la pantalla.
And,
Perdone, don
pueden
Jorge.
hacer un dueño realidad. You know,
Así es, se puede hacer sueño realidad, ese sueño se puede convertir en realidad siempre y cuando el primer paso es llamar. Llamar, no se descalifiquen ustedes solos, denos la oportunidad de guiarlos, ayudarles y ayudarles sobre todo a realizar ese gran sueño de ser dueño de casa.
Y cualquier pregunta que tenga la comunidad realmente en todo lo que es bienes raíces, ya sea venta, compra, construcción de casas, dudas, inquietudes, documentos de título que no entienden, cosas así, nos pueden llamar, porque también tenemos los profesionales de compañías de títulos que nos respaldan para revisar todo tipo de documentos. Si usted tiene una duda, una pregunta, una inquietud que no sabe, por preguntar no se cobra nada, o sea, nosotros aclaramos sus dudas y le vamos a ayudar también con ese servicio.
Empieza con el teléfono,
Sí.
Así es.
llamando primero.
Yes.
Empezando.
Sí, tienen que tomar esa decisión, tomarla lo más pronto posible, aprovechar los intereses bajos, las ayudas que están ahí. No se dejen guiar por lo que me dijeron, por lo que me dirán, por lo que mi papá, mi mamá, mi hermano, mi vecino. Siempre hay que tomar la decisión de llamar al número, para eso es lo más importante.
Ya, eso es como empieza el número, llamar en el teléfono.
Okay, I'm going to transition into a little bit of English because I think we should maybe rename the program El Gran Sueño.
El gran sueño
O El
americano.
Gran Dueño. Sueño.
Sí.
But I want to say
Gracias.
the
Gracias.
Lozada team, fantastic. You have Security National, you have Martha, Cristina. We've met a lot of people today. If you haven't been impressed, you haven't been watching the show. And I want to invite you to watch again next week. You never know who we'll have on. We have all kinds of topics. We've got upcoming workshops. Remember, they have one this weekend. We're going to also provide information on our site as well to do that. If you missed any part of this show, go back and watch it. You can do that on Facebook, or you can go to Central City Radio, download the app. You can re-listen to the podcast, and you get like a little 101 class here every time about home buying. Don't you think, George?
That's right.
Great. All right. We got a couple minutes left. Oh, look, Jamie brought us our chips and salsa.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jamie.
thank you.
Jamie.
Special thanks to Jamie Villegas. She always takes care of us here at
And
the community center.
you're gonna see new agents come in, and we'll introduce you to some of the other agents, because she's got a slew of agents, and we want you to meet these agents here on our show, and also the agents for Security National, because she has a few more agents that she has. She has more agents because they're sellers, so she's got a.
Because they're number one in the valley.
They're number one in the valley, so she's got to be all over the place.
A quick
And
shout
they
out
even
to
have property in Mexico, and I guess you could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah,
Jamie.
we're about to end the
Yeah.
show, but I think next week we'll be talking about the properties and lots that are for sale there in Mexico as well.
Good
And
opportunities.
we're gonna be talking about the new builds as well. And I'm gonna be
Yes.
sharing a link on Central City Radio below this video where anyone that's looking to buy a new build, they can do their own search there
Lot
on
of
that
investment.
site.
A
Yeah.
lot of investment. A lot
Yes.
of
Or
Or
investment.
dulce. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Okay, very good. We're going to wrap it up now, but we want you to come back next Thursday, 4 p.m. here. And I want to give a shout out quickly to Julian Allison. He's the owner of Central City Radio. Thank you very much.
Yay.
And also Mr. Tech Helper, Steve Palmer. So,
Yay.
yeah, it's been a
He's
great show.
very handsome today.
Yeah, everybody's all dapper. Yeah, I'm gonna have
And
to. I'll have to buy
Jamie,
myself a suit.
Jamie's really helped out.
Yeah, I
really.
gave her a thank you a little bit
Yeah,
earlier when she
thank
brought
you,
up the
Jamie.
salsa.
Behind the
Thank you
scenes.
again. Absolutely. So we'll be with you next week. Thank you, Christina.
An
Thank
honor
you,
to be here.
Martha.
Thank you so much.
Don Jorge.
Don Jorge.
I'm Alice Lara. So this has been the Chips and Salsa Show, La Voz,
De la Comunidad.
powered by the Lozada team. We'll see you next week.
Oh, let's get the chips and salsa here.
Salud.
Okay. Jamie prepared the salsa. Thank you, Jamie.